Hello, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us for prayer on this Wednesday, July 22nd. Today the church invites us to remember St. Mary Magdalene. If you remember, she was someone who was healed by Jesus, and she was someone who followed him along with others. And she was at the foot of Calvary, at the cross of the crucifixion. She and a few other women were there. All the other men and apostles had fled in fear. And today the church invites us to pick up that story. You can only imagine the one that had healed you, the one that she'd come to know and love, the one she had put all this hope in. And he had been brutally crucified and was laid in a tomb. And so she came to the tomb to bring spices to reverence his body and anoint him for burial. And it was still dark out. So let us listen to the story as John tells it. On the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb early in the morning while it was still dark. And she saw the stone removed from the tomb. So she ran and went to Simon Peter and to the other disciple whom Jesus loved and told him, "They have taken the Lord from the tomb, and we don't know where they put him." Mary stayed outside the tomb weeping. And as she wept, she bent over into the tomb and saw two angels in white sitting there, one at the head and one at the feet where the body of Jesus had been. And they said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said to them, "They have taken my Lord, and I don't know where they laid him." When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus there, but did not know it was Jesus. Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you looking for?" She thought it was the gardener and said to him, "Sir, if you carried him away, tell me where you laid him, and I will take him." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned and said to him in Hebrew, "Rabboni," which means teacher. Jesus said to her, "Stop holding on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. But go to my brothers and tell them, I'm going to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went and announced to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord," and then reported what he had told her. Mary Magdalene is often called the apostle to the apostles, for she was the one Jesus gave the responsibility and mission to go tell those who had loved the Lord but also had fled and were gathered in fear. She was the one who was sent, which is what apostolos means in Greek. She was the one who was sent to those who were sent, the other apostles. A special place for this woman in the early church. So very often our church and our world and our society, even today, has not acknowledged and respected the presence of women, the amazing contributions. Here was Mary, who even though all seemed to be lost, she continued to be in living in her love for the Lord and in a desire to serve him. Loving and serving. Even, did you notice it was still dark? When it wasn't clear what all of that death and crucifixion meant, she continued to still be a believer. I find it fascinating that she did not recognize the one risen right away, but when she heard her name being called, she knew who it was, which means that she had known Jesus. And she understood her voice. And so today is the day as we thank God that Mary Magdalene was so bold and courageous, filled with love and a desire to serve, which is something to teach us, because these are times when it is still dark and we don't know exactly what to make of all that's going on us. But Mary Magdalene gives us that model of loving and serving, even in times of uncertainty and doubt. And her message, which is a message that I hope we could all say, is, we've seen the Lord. And so where have you seen the Lord? In days past, it might have been easier to say, well, on the first day of the week when we gather at church, it's an often very positive, powerful way we experience the Lord. But what about today? Where are you experiencing the Lord today? And are you telling anyone that you've seen the Lord? That was her responsibility, to go tell the apostles. She was one sent. And so today, let us give thanks for the boldness and the courage and the love and the service of women in our world, our lives, and the church. And pray that our world and our society and our church may show more respect and more gratitude, knowing that they are chosen by the Lord to do good work and important work, entrusted with the amazing miracle of he is not dead, he has been raised from the dead, which is the mission of all of us who've been baptized and come to know Christ. Updates again, we will have reminder daily Mass Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7:15. This weekend we'll also begin to celebrate some more First Communions with our people at the 4:30 on Saturday. We have Mass at 7, 9:15, and 11:15 on Sunday. We'll have First Communions at 9:15 and 11:15. And again, the 9:15 Mass will be live streamed. I hope you will join us for prayer. Remember to continue or begin to pray for Father Rule, who joins us on Tuesday, August 4th. Take care, and God bless, and be safe.